very warm welcome here on Canal the English for another edition of the Papers. I am Elie SMITH, sitting in for Gladys Ambo Diban. We will be starting this review with the magazine that self-proclaimed itself the premier news magazine in the country, Défi Actuel. On its cover, as you can all watch on your screens, are the images of the the images of the supposed actors or leaders of the noun-ban consortium, and the paper titles Anglophone Crisis, members of the consortium at dagger drowns. It seems Le Défi Actuel, like some francophones, relish to see the breakup of the consortium that is the fulcrum in the ongoing crisis. The paper writes in pages 3 that two alleged leaders of the clandestine Anglophone movement responsible for organizing the ongoing uprisings have been expelled from the leadership of the said movement. The paper claims that the decision has attracted diverse appreciations from within and without the Anglophone community. And from Le Défi to another newspaper, La Parole, or Parole, as a weekly that is in its 7th year of publication. It is already a feat here in Cameroon. Its edition of today, April 12, 2017, focuses on the 2018 presidential election, and its cover floats this toward an alliance between Kamto and Muna. The Muna in question here is Akere, and the question is why the newspaper wishing that such an alliance be created. It claims both men are lawyers with national and international reputation. Besides that, Parole also claims both men have solid support and lobbies within the regime, and in particular within the ruling CPDM party. These supports parades or masquerades as supporters of the CPDM, whereas they are in fact supporters of Kamto and Muna. This is an exclusive investigative report that is found in page 3 of Parole, and if you want to know more on why Parole wants an alliance between Kamto and Muna, you just have to go and get a copy of the newspaper. From Parole to the only or another daily, the daily is, and still on Parole, Parole has on its cover another subtitle that the people of Bayangam, Batufam, Bandrefam have disowned Madeleine Chuente. Who is Madeleine Chuente? Those of you who are not Cameroonians, and even I don't know who she is. She is, according to Parole, Cameroon's Minister of Scientific Research. The reason why the elite of the aforementioned localities have disowned her and not the people, if you want to know, then buy La Parole, or Parole, not La Parole, Parole newspaper, in order to know more. And from Parole, we'll be going straight away to another paper. This time around, it's a daily called Info Matin. Its main cover story is the postponement of the board meeting of Cameco. Cameco is the Cameroon National Airliner. Why? According to the paper, it is the squabbles between influential members of the government behind the last-minute postponement of the board of director meeting of the ailing national carrier known as Cameco. The paper in page 4 writes that, which is another story, writes that Barrister Bobga Harmony, the chair of the Northwest Lawyers Association, currently in exile in the United States, has denounced the moves of Jackson Kamga, the chair of Cameroon's Bar Council. The paper adds that Bobga Harmony has described the role currently played by Jackson Nye Kamga who wants the common law lawyers to suspend their strikes as tantamount to usurpation. For, he says, Kamga was not part of the common law lawyers and did not take part or initiated the current strike. And as such, he does not have the right nor the moral authority to call it off. And from Info Matin to another newspaper, La Nouvelle Expression, number 4454 of today, Wednesday, April 12. The main story is how the government humiliates members of parliaments and senators via its cumbersome procedures of question submission to government, in addition to the disdain manifested by government ministers who are regularly absent at the government bench in parliament. And from there on, we continue with another newspaper, the other paper to be covered or reviewed is Repair. And Repair has on its cover, the main story, you have the images of both scribes of the election organizing body of the country, otherwise known as Elecam. And why are they, or on what are they fighting for? According to Repair, Foncam Samuel Azou and Abdoulaye Babale are fighting over 12 billion CFA francs, being the annual allocated budget to run the elections organizing body. The first is the director, while the second is the chairman of the board of directors of Elecam, that is Elections Cameroon. And from Repair, we have another title from another newspaper, Forum Libre, which titles Shortage of Sugar, and claims the Muslim community is being abandoned. Why? The paper claims that some 100 days into their vital celebrations, sugar has almost disappeared on the stores of our markets, while the government seems not to do anything to solve the current problem. As for Eden, the only English language newspaper being reviewed today, it titles SDF calls for constitutional conference to resolve Anglophone problem. And then they stand strongly with Honorable Wiriba, which is in contradiction to most of the claims being floated around that the SDF and Joseph Wiriba are apart. And the paper continues under the byline of Elias Tongwe Ngalem that the Social Democratic Front has called on President Paul Biya to urgently consider the holding of a constitutional conference as the way forward to solving the perennial Anglophone problem. This was done during a press conference in Yaoundé on the 10th of April 2017, where SDF parliamentary group said it would be inappropriate for them to end the March 2017 session of Parliament without reminding Paul Biya on the need to bring a speedy end to the sufferings of the Anglophone regions of Northwest and Southwest, and only a revision of the 1996 Constitution through a conference will draw the line on the ongoing crisis. It is on this note that we will be putting an end to our press review this morning. And please do not go away. Stay tuned to programs on Canal de English. Tomorrow is another day.